Hello. What is up, everybody? How y'all doing today? There we go. Saturday. Which, as of literally today. Hello, Jello. How are you? How are you? But yeah, as of literally today, Saturday means we're playing more Rogue Trader. Hello, Ricardo. Hi. So last time on Wednesday, we got our Blade Dancer, and we blew up what is apparently a vendor in this area that I did not know was a vendor, and thought was like, well, I mean, I knew that they were pirates. I just thought that they were worse than just normal pirates. So now that we have a Blade Dancer, yeah, you know what? I'll fucking live. So we have the prison planet with the astropathic station, which I kind of want to try. I kind of want to do the thing. I kind of want to do this one. The astropathic station is dead ahead of the void ship. You know what? The merchants, well, they can get fucked because they shouldn't have been pirates in the first place. You know what? I look at them the same way that the United States military currently looks at Venezuelan drug boats. So I will blow them the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Fuck them. Fuck them. Anyway. The astropathic station is dead ahead of the void ship. It is motionless. There's lifeless silence across its box frequencies. Its lights are out. Even those who have no warp sensitivity can feel the presence of death. It is here, lurking in the shadows. All of this makes reading the reports of the ship's astropaths, who claim to be hearing an incessant ghostly howl emanating from the station, all the more disturbing. Contact the station. The station is not responding. Perhaps there's no one left who could respond. Play scouting team. The enforcers offered their prayers, proceeded to enter the uncanny station. What they saw inside was monstrous astropaths upon their thrones, not quite here, not quite now, smudged, as it were, across time. Interesting description. Servants reliving their horrible deaths again and again, only to be reborn out of ashes and blood into more agony a moment later. The warp manifested itself here, twisting the very nature of existence. So I think we blow this thing up. The main hall is covered in a crust of psychic ice. A green-robed blind old man sat motionless upon a tall throne. He was quite literally embedded in the ice, yet he was still... He's the Lich King! Kill him! Are there random encounters on the world map, like in the Pathfinder games? I don't know. I know that there is ship combat, but I have not seen any of that yet. We're gonna do this because it has a check on it. Choirmaster Weiss boarded the station in person and proceeded to the choir's hall. He stood silently for hours in front of a man frozen in ice and held a telepathic conversation with him. Then Master Weiss, what do we get? Informed by a psyker, the wearer gains immunity to the horrors of the warp effect. The random encounters are during ship jumps. Gotcha. So we won't get any while we're on this map then. Gotcha. Okay. Offered a prayer to the God Emperor, and the unfortunate man passed away. Upon returning to the ship, Vice reverently presented the Lord Captain with a grim trophy. The late choirmaster's amulet taken from his body after his death. Sorry. The psychic shriek carrying across the Immaterium has been silenced, but this has brought the crew no relief. A chilling realization came to the astropaths when they discovered that the cry was masking a different sound, one even more terrifying and surreal. It was the melody of a cataclysm born from a warp storm of titanic power so intense that the entire expanse must be able to hear it. The muffles Oh, it muffles, not the muffles. It muffles astropathic messages and crawls into psychers' minds, evoking everywhere the same image. A dark, gaping, beastly mouth cleaving the universe in two. Now that the Mad Choir Master has finally stopped screaming, the song of the Immaterium has reached the Rogue Trader's void ship too. Yes, we do have a kitten. He is very demanding today. He has jumped up 3 times already. I think it's because I'm wearing the comfy clothes. Because it has winter has arrived. It is fucking cold in my house. So I'm wearing the extra fluffy clothings. Oh yeah, I already read this. Or the station to be explored. A brief and chilling chronicle of the station's doom was found in the scribe's records. A warp disturbance of monstrous proportions wiped out half of the choir at once, turning the astropaths into living portals through which torrents of the Immaterium's energies poured out. Those who lasted longer bellowed and howled about a black rift that had split the universe into before and after, and a darkness that would devour the Astronomicon's light. Burn everything. Void torpedoes shatter the fragile station. One can only hope that with the unfortunate souls captured by the warp have perished along with their home. And so we've done Uric 5. Let's scan this, huh? Scan this. Wait, it's a dead world? Interesting. Full mining outpost assembled in accordance with Blessed Standard Template construct. This small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world, however inhospitable. The Serf clan assigned to it will devote itself to the maintenance of its sacred mechanisms and the extraction of resources needed by the Rogue Trader. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, literally no resources. Okay, cool. I got 50 XP for it, though. I think we do the prison planet next. I think we do the prison planet, and then after the prison planet, I think we do, the place where all of the other quests are. Oh my god, we have no resources again, but there is a place for me to go. And I finally have a full party. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I don't remember why we're doing this. Oh, okay. This is us looking for the dude. Got it. What? Come in, escort. This is Captain Vicari. Escort, please come in. The pale young woman looks at you with a mixture of hope and disbelief swirling in her eyes. She notices her hands trembling as she clutches her weapon. Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you reinforcements? Saint's teeth, I thought you'd never come. I'm Trader Terry Von Valancius. Now introduce yourself. At once! The woman stands at attention. Captain Raquel Vicari, servant of House Winterscale and the pilot of this shuttle. It is an honor to be greeting his lordship on Valancius. What happened here? There's been a prison riot on the planetoid. Sadly, it is being led by the prison warden himself. Okay. You're looking for trouble, it says on the quest log. Oh, fair. The Honorable Anathagon Castaglia. He has allied himself with the rabble that he himself was supposed to watch and declared Rykadi Philia to be independent of the authority of the system's lawful governor. Like some heresy to me. I came here as a shuttle pilot alongside the Honorable Evane Winterscale, son of Caligos Winterscale, rogue trader. Vanquisher of Zetos, forever triumphant over the enemies of humanity. She details, enunciating every word of our overlord's title. I, however, did not, because I stumbled across it. Or stumbled through it, I should say. Young Lord Winterscale wished to speak to the warden personally so he could put an end to this lawless treason. He and his escort went ahead, and I have been able to contact them over Vox for a very long time now. Fair. Evane, Abelard mutters, stroking his beard. One of his distant younger offspring. Yes, that's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. Van Winterscale has made several diplomatic visits to Urek 5 on behalf of his father, rogue trader Caligos Winterscale. The Great Regent would not have granted entry to summon dishonorable, which means whatever happened to this terrible, malodorous place, we must aid this man of noble blood. Why would he try this? It is a personal matter, Master Castaglia, the seditious warden, is Lord Evade's childhood friend. When my lord heard of the riot, the news saddened him greatly, and so he rushed here without delay, in hopes of bringing his old friend to his senses, no doubt. First Winterscale in my memory prefers to talk first rather than shoot and slash. Young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. He is determined to save his friend. He won't back down. I pray to the throne that he is alive and well. He's been gone for such a long time, and I really don't like this place. Theobald executed his wife and only son on the mere suspicion of treason against House Urcelio. So why did the noble Evane rush to save somebody who betrayed his house? Do bonds of friendship give one the right to make inexcusable mistakes? Tell me about this planetoid. The only settlement of the Rykadi Philia is a penal colony. The prisoners work in the mines and the domed quarries. They mine sulfur, serum dust, and sand, which is then melted down. A rather nondescript place, or so it was prior to current events. Alright, I'm looking for a man. Unless one of the prisoners are guards, and it seems unlikely, there are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There's nothing else anyone could have used to reach this place. Okay. So the warden? Yes, no one expected this. Master Castaglia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal to House Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed that Rykadi Philia was now his personal domain, and the prisoners were his subjects. And that he would never bow to anyone again is pure heresy. I take it they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel. What kind of madman would start a revolt on a barren rock? Yeah, that's fair. Like, what the fuck? Anything else I should know? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your lordship. Lord Winterscale's guards mined the entrance so that the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. Your lordship, if I may have a minute of your time, I wouldn't ever have dared to trouble you with a personal matter about the situation. In any case, have you been to the capital of Rykad Minoris yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communications off. Nope. You can tell by the desperation in her eyes that she is exhausted, frightened, and wishes to be off this planetoid as soon as possible.
Duty prevails.
Our post has been vacant for a long time. There's a layer of dust on it, a layer of dust on every surface.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
So we know that the barracks has a good chunk of people in it. Blade Dancer should be up front. You honestly should be too. I want to fight him.
Cass, tell me, what do you see when you look at me?
Usually a colorful pandemonium, but now your colors have faded. Are you afraid of me, Idira? Or of what I might see in you?
Are you getting used to the different combat system of this game? Yeah, it's not actually that much different. And I've played grid-based games before, so it's not like I've never done this kind of thing. Argenta is my demolitions person. Getting done, but all right. Rock shit, why me? Why? I missed my tithe payment 12 years ago. 12 years! The inspector's rate got lost somewhere in the bowels of the planetary administratum and was lying there this whole time, but they made sure to remember to tack on the fines every month. By the time they found the blasted paper and finally informed me, the total sum was so obscene it would take 3 generations of my descendants, if I had any, to pay it off. My fate was sealed. Trial, sentence, prison, all because some daft rotter who shoved my paper in the wrong box. To be fair, I think I got off pretty easy. My bed at the barracks is about as hard as that slab of rockcrete I've got at home. Working in the quarry isn't much tougher than my old job, and the rules, boy take me, that old sod that governs Rykadi Manoris is a bloody sadist by comparison. It's a strange old place. I haven't been beaten once yet. The guards bark orders all the time, but they never hit us. I also got this kind of inner circle of special chosen prisoners. The Optimatum, they call it. If you can get in, Emperor as my witness, you get an actual day off. Let you out of your cell and into the yard by the big barracks, and I tell you what, let you rest there and feed you better than whatever swill they're giving us in the canteen. They told me it's to improve our motivation and all that, to foster a stronger desire to reform and become a worthy servant of the Imperium once more. But I know it for what it is, just a club for the Warden's favorites. The same story as everywhere else, suck up to the people in power and get some swanky perks. They say the whole thing was the Warden's idea. Funny man, our Warden. He looks more noble than nobility itself. Tall, groomed, teeth even, eyes burning. Boots so polished you can see yourself when you move to lick them. But that nutter doesn't much want people licking his boots. He walks around looking like he's deep in thought, all right. With only a couple of guards at his side. And he sometimes, if you can believe it, talks to prisoners. What's your name? He asks them all quiet like. Why were you condemned? Do you feel remorse? He never even yells at no one, never orders to have him flogged. Instead, he doles out rewards to the special ones. He keeps telling us things like how we should strive to make society believe in us again. Whatever you say, Master Warden. Starting tomorrow, I'll be trying to join these Optimates of yours. Stuck here till the day I die, but that means no return to society for me. But with the Emperor's help, I might just join the ranks of the local elite. Wait, what the fuck?
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
What the fuck? Didn't I? More than one meal a day?
No.
God.
Duty.
I can't believe that kind of shit. Scraps typical prison food, repulsive to the senses. The best among us, the list is faded, and the names are barely legible. Surprising. Cabela has a remarkable background as a death cult assassin. She can use a special ability called Raining Blood. When it used, it causes the target of Cabela's destiny. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Alright, so... Wait, can I not move my people? Why Why can I not move? Oh, I've been ambushed. She's a psycho. She's literally a death cultist. Oh yeah, this is our new fire move. Target suffers from 13 to 22 damage. It suffers the warp burn effect. This attack has 5% armor penetration. Psyker can move after using Ignite. Warp burn deals 12 damage to the target at the end of their turn with a 5% armor penetration. Target creature must pass the Agi resistance test with a -5 penalty to stop burning. Hell yeah. She could just as no. So the death cult that she works for is like incredibly dogmatic to the Imperium and the Rogue Traders. She is in fact a very good okay, so let's do this, I guess. But have to be vetted by the Inquisition. Yeah, pretty much.
But of course.
Oh my god. I was not expecting the triple kill. I'm not gonna lie. This one, right? Yeah.
Out of my way!
Wait, they can attack through that? Well, ain't that some shit? Actually, that might actually be better for me. You're right. What is this? Prone. Oh! Cannot act. It suffers a -30 penalty to parry and dodge. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Not a vision. That's a movement block you, but not vision block you, so you can blow them up for this side too. Oh, nice. You're such a shit. So wait, that does damage the end of their turn. Damn.
Emperor, protect the fallen.
Holy shit. Suffered a certain number of injuries. These injuries are replaced with a trauma. Make use of medkits and time to treat injuries to avoid character suffering trauma. Yeah. Crippled leg. Agility is reduced by 20. Movement points are reduced by half. Oh. Dude did 70 fucking damage to me. What the hell? Did I do this?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Also the equivalent of raised death scrolls, resurrection scrolls. I am winded. But I can use that and get rid of it. So the only guy that's left is the guy that fucking killed me. So wait. To all adjacent enemies. Okay. There's no way to pick somebody up in combat, but a few things that will keep a person at 1 HP where they should have gone down. Oh, you just get returned to full health. The green stained edges of the... Jesus, that was fast. Green stained edges of the poster detached ever so slightly. It appears that it was frequently removed and rehung. But Terry, yeah, he's got a minus 20 to agility and he doesn't move that much. But he's a sniper. Like, I don't really care. Gauges have been placed in plain view of the beds. Inside are traces of blood and excrement. Oh, that's fun. Bare beds made from metal sheets swing back and forth on rusted chains. Whoever is forced to sleep on them, it would not take much for them to fall.
The divine watches over.
That's actually rough. Beds here are bolted to the floor. Some have thin, torn bed sheets and even tattered pillows. Oh my god. Pillows? For free by going back to camp, yeah.
Argenta, don't you find it difficult to be without your sisters? You are a soldier without a squad.
I will fight alongside my sisters again. But my present fate is not a burden to me. No matter where I go, or who I am with, I bring death to heretics. That is what matters.
Yo, we got a prison guard key. Let's go. All right. What do we got? I'm scared. I should have known all that charity from the warden was going to bring nothing but trouble. No noble, no matter how Barbie would pull anything of the sort, but that man. It started with the little things. The warden would come by to talk as he did, except he used to ask us questions before. Now he was mostly gushing sermons, some gibberish about a path to purgation. The sanctity of sacrifice, seeing with blinded eyes. I listened and nodded. Yes, Master Warden. Of course, Master Warden. He would say whatever rubbish he wanted as long as the tasty Optimate meals kept coming. I thought everyone else was doing the same, nodding just to please the big man. I was wrong. After that, people in the barracks started yapping about purgation and blindness too. Apparently, as Optimates were no longer just the Warden's favorites, we were, Emperor forgive me, prophets of some kind who are meant to save the rest of this sorry lot, or awaken them, or make them see, some rubbish along those lines. People were now supposed to make sacrifices to optimates. Yesterday, Sapu slept in the bed under me in my first year here, cut off his own damn ear, and crawled on his knees toward me. He handed me the ear and begged me not to forsake him when the fateful hour came. What in the throne am I supposed to do with an ear? Why is everyone, every single one, staring at me all the time? The warden said the time was nigh, that fate had truly great things in store for the optimates. I went to look how my friend Lenzen was doing. He hadn't spoken for 3 months, since I had all his top teeth ripped out. He spoke today. He looked straight at me and said, "Dead man." I kept hitting him until it hurt me. Now my fists and feet are all bruised. Half the barracks stood there and watched and prayed. I'm scared. He's a good friend, huh? Severed human body parts. Hell yeah. Chopped up slabs of flesh had been thoroughly washed of any blood. That of the dark forces of chaos. Judging by the number of horrid morsels, dozens of victims were slain here. Really? Nothing? Nothing back there at all, huh? Okay. My brother, the dawn has died. The optimates will guide us into existence. Oh, Jesus. Yes, yes, dear brother, and have a taste of my steel. Was he gonna stab one of his own people? I've longed for this, my dear brethren. Okay. This kind of game uses time scales like months. That is a very Earth-specific time measure. I get why they do it, but after millennia of living in space, people would stop using it. Not necessarily. Right? Because you could still, even, like, a day specifically, it would lose the one rotation of the planet meaning, but you could still use the 24 hours. Right? And then a month, you would probably swap them to be 30 days instead of 31, 28, 31, 30, the yada yada yada. Actually use terms like turns and cycles a lot of the time. Yeah. But like I would even still be okay with them using the term months and it just being, you know, 24 hours in a day, because that's how many it is. 30 days in a month. Right? Like that's kind of how I would see like a more galactic civilization being, is like they would probably keep the same number of hours in a day, because that's how our circadian rhythm works, right? Like the majority of humans, their circadian rhythm is based around a 24-hour day. And I don't really see that changing once we go into space, until we've been in space for an excessive amount of time. And even then, maybe not. If there's no reason for it to change, then it might not ever, right? So I don't think that a day would necessarily need to change from 24 hours to whatever the fuck else. But I do think that they would probably standardize months down to just 30 days in a month. Thanks the throne. Normal looking faces. We thought we were going to die here with these nutters. The old man with a gap-toothed smile drops his weapon and holds out his hands in a placating gesture. Please don't shoot us, your nobleness. Let us speak a word. Well, this is a welcome change. Talking before shooting. Still, Lord Captain, the look of this ragtag bunch of Oh, the look of this ragtag bunch hardly inspires trust. Give a reason. Bit of a misnomer. If the day on Earth was 30 hours, then humans would adjust over time. You see this a lot with shift work that uses not very non-standard schedules. 24 hours isn't what we're programmed for. It's day and night. Well, even that's not necessarily true, because in like areas where you have like excessive like the extremes at the poles, right? Like you will have 30 Days of Night, to reference a very good vampire movie, actually. I like 30 Days of Night. That's a good movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, go watch 30 Days of Night. It's a good movie. But like if you have 30 days of pure darkness, you still have to have like some kind of, you know, your body still is going to want to sleep at the same time, usually. And like, yeah, it can get distorted on a personal level, but that usually ends up being very bad for you health-wise. Like, and so you could go months without a sunrise, and people do still have schedules, but people are setting their schedules by the clock then and kind of forcing themselves to adhere to a timetable, which their body then adjusts to. But I mean, but like natural, like because we live on Earth, our entire species naturally wants to like adhere to the normal cycle of day and night on Earth. That's what we've evolved to deal with. And so we would have to evolve away from that. Being up for 25 hours and sleeping for 8 a 31-hour day, that would feel normal to that person. Being up for 25 hours at a time is going to cause some very serious issues if you do that for too long. Like, that kind of shit will cause some serious issues. Like health and mental well-being. It will start causing problems for that person. Also, that would be a 33-hour day, not a 31. Not a big deal, but a slight nitpick. But back to this game. Here's the deal. We're honest, quiet inmates. We didn't want to riot, but well, sitting it out isn't really an option either. The warden's lapdogs made short work of those who refused to join in the festivities, so we had to, you know, play along. But that's all it was. Play. We never meant no offense to Governor Medina, nor the lawful authority of House Winterscale. Give us a chance, huh? We just want to wait until everything blows over and we can go back to our cells and quietly do the rest of our time. A repentant, honest heretic. How novel. Judging by Abelard's tone, the seneschal is utterly unimpressed by the old man's ingratiating monologue. It's modeled with colors that conceal his true darker hues. This old man has a long history of lies, but he's using his wiles on us as well. But I see no foul corruption or ill intent in his words. Tell me more. Why so you're talking about that heretic? Because knowing more about your enemy is always a good thing. But if you insist, here's how it is. The warden of this here prison, the Honorable Master Castaglia, was a crackpot from the start. The previous warden ran things the proper way. Prayer, 1 meal a day, work, a punch in the chompers from the guards, work again. But the new one, you know what his first decree was? He introduced lunches and dinners. By the 9 devils, that's 3 meals a day. The man was obviously stark raving mad. Uh-huh. Things only went downhill from there. The guards quit it with the teeth punching. The warden forbade them. Instead, the overseers started counting which prisoners were digging up more things in the quarry or swinging their pickaxes harder or whatnot. And then, would you believe it, they put together a list of best workers. If someone on that list also showed super good behavior, that's when they'd get promoted to an optimate. That's the upper crust among us jailbirds. Or that's how it was at first. Then the warden decided it's the Optimates, not the guards, who should be in charge of punishments. What? And then it wasn't the overseer's job to watch the prisoners work, it was the Optimates. Well, let me tell you, that's when these goody two-shoes really started to shine. The guards aren't even in the same league as our dear fellows at the Optimates. In the old days, we had maybe 5 or 10 stiff kickies in a week, and now, well, now we were lucky if it was only 50. Oh, we had maybe 5 or 10 stiffs kicking it a week. And now, well, now we're lucky. Okay. And that wasn't even the end of it. Warden Castaglia moved out of his chambers to live right in the quarry under the dome, and I think something in his new home really scrambled his brain. He began spouting the wildest things, like the Optimates are saints who will hold the truth. And he started taking them to the quarry. Not all of them returned. The ones who did, you wouldn't recognize them, more beast than man. They were butchering people left and right, even guards and overseers. The warden himself had armed them. And that's the whole sob story, but I knew it from the moment he let us have dinners. Oh, this won't end well. The old codger's right. Whenever nobles start giving handouts to commoners, something always goes wrong. I mean that with all due respect, your lordship, no offense intended. Ukulele jailbirds hope to thank your noble self. I have an inkling. You see, us here were, how should I put this, different from the rest of the prisoners in this place. They're all petty thieves from Rykad, Minoris, debtors, gutter snipes. They're no one serious. Now we, your nobleness, are cut from a different cloth altogether. We're fortune seekers from the void. Why don't we tell you where on Footfall Station? You know Footfall, the only shipyard and the best market in all of the Kuroda's expanse. Yes, so where on Footfall you can find some very serious business-minded people and how you can get yourself very special discount from them on some very special goods. What kind of very serious people? The most serious kind, your nobleness. Have you heard about the Fellowship of the... Yep, we definitely heard about them. Largest pirate alliance in the Expanse. Don't kill these merchants. There's no leader, of course, but there are some terribly serious captains who decided that cutting each other's throats over loot was counterproductive. Pirate discount 5%. Hey, 5% is 5%. That shit adds up. But cutting throats together, now that's anti-counterproductive. Well, joint efforts leave them with an excess of spoil, so they need to dispose of it somehow. And I, your nobleness, just happen to know someone who handles such things, such kinds of dealings on behalf of those very serious people. I think that this is a bad thing to say. Very well, I shall spare you. Oh, that's so great to hear, your nobleness. Just great. Now there's a true aristocrat. Not that warden creep. Now then, your nobleness. Where was I? There's this district there, the Shadow Quarters. It's called that because it's located behind the statue of our holiest emperor. I've known folks who called it something else, also on account of it being behind the statue. Don't repeat their mistakes, I tell you. Reverend Hieronymus wasted no time finding and burning them all. Forgive an old man for being distracted. So, Footfall, the Shadow Quarters. There's a bar there built into the remains of an old ship, and in that bar in the back room, a certain Ryza does her business. Tell her Grandpa Bachval says hello. You'll be your favorite client in the blink of an eye. There we are. Well, your nobleness, we're going now, if you don't mind. What? Why are these the... No. So this is in a city. It's just like there's an old ship that they turned into a bar. This isn't the ship that we blew up. Why is the option to put them on my ship? I don't want prisoners on my ship. I want that iconoclast fucking XP though. I hate this option, but I want the XP. I feel like this is gonna turn out bad for me. I feel like putting these motherfuckers on my ship. These are literal pirates. If I put these on my ship, it's gonna just let them go. I want the XP. Thanks, we are most grateful you're able to this. Someone skeptically, but it smiles and leaves. You need so much to level up. Jesus. Oh, yeah. I still have this that I need to do. Basic axe, just a basic las gun. Gotcha. Clumps of dust, but no trace of weapons or gear. This storage has not been used in some time.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Hammer. Uses endure. They immediately remove one of the birdie. If oh, okay. Wait, interesting. Wait, what did we just get? Are one-handed shotguns? Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. So it's actually almost as powerful. I'm only losing 1 damage per shot. It does have 1 less range as well. But it will allow me to equip a second weapon. Which allows me to have a burst. Right, because doesn't her like super do better if she has some kind of burst weapon? So allowing a faux hammer in her main hand and then having this in her offhand, allowing her to, right? No, that's not it. Makes the number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire, minimum 2. Using the weapon, it's... Yeah. Does tend to work better with high shot volume weapons since it lets you... Yeah. That's what that's what I was talking about. So, if we just have... So, this is rate of fire. And then we look at this rate of fire, which is 2. Versus just 1, which still isn't the best. Well, okay, so wait. I should actually want the improved auto pistol then, right? Still good for single shot high damage weapons. It's 2 extra attacks. That's fair. I would actually want like one of these, right? Like an improved auto pistol then. Since it's 6 shots. That would allow me to get an extra 6 shots, right? Oh, wait. This is just like, wait. What do you have? Okay, so you have 35 versus 30. Oh, wait. What about you? What do you have? 20? We'll dodge 50% of the enemies. It also gives +5 agility and 5% dodge and parry against melee attacks, which is crazy. So I think I want this, right? Like, it's literally just better. It's just objectively better. Okay, so what do we get? So who's my persuasion person? 30. It's you. You're my persuasion person. All right, get gloves. This should be worn by her, right? What is endure? Oh, it's a warrior thing. Horrors of the Warp isn't Perils of the Warp. It's a debuff you get for standing near demons. Oh. And -1 resolve per difficulty tier of the demon for 1. Okay. Okay, so then I want that on Abelard, right? What does he have? Gains toughness if their intelligence is too low. That's funny. Well, then I guess I kind of want it on her. Oh, wait, no. Wait, do you have an amulet? No, you do not. So I want it on her then. Especially since I kind of want her to be in a place of like being surrounded by people. Okay. So why do we have a fellowship thing on him? Why do we care about his fellowship? Does this fellowship actually adjust anything for him? Making another game about demons, yeah. No, why do I care about... I literally don't. Okay. Okay, so who has good fellowship? Anybody? She does. But she's not exactly somebody that I want to be in melee range of people. I mean, I guess I could put that on her, though. I guess that's fine. All right, we did it.
Let us walk
Pay
this
attention.
path to
Oh,
the end.
hey. All right, what do we got? Corpse City uniform decorated with the Winter Scales coat of arms. Dead guard did not even have time to draw a weapon. The attack must have come as a surprise. The open pit. The bar. Wait, why is this also to the barracks? Oh! This is if I didn't go through that way. Okay, gotcha. Bella is the finest assassin in the Bloodspud web. Oh, that was a fast load screen. All right. The accusations of the outside of the structure indicate, or the accretion, sorry. Indicates some regularly occurring natural phenomenon, possibly poison gas emissions. Oh, good. We probably should pay attention to that. Can I read the game tips? Yeah. Yes, the victim was killed by poison gas. Glass making furnace was used to melt and the extracted sand into glass. Good, good. I told you, Evie, they are hiding so much from us. Arrogant mentors, holy brothers and sisters. What have they ever given us? Nothing but a pile of fibs and useless admonitions. The voice of the man standing with his back to you sounds almost soft. Heedless of everything but what is in front of him. He leads over a prisoner dressed in expensive clothing. But Aurora, she is different. She spoke with me like no one ever had before. She revealed the truth to me, and now I can reveal it to you. If you just stop struggling for 1 minute. What? Man finally realizes he is not alone and turns to you. He is clutching a long, thin metallic rod with blood dripping off of it. We have guests from the Von Valencia ship, I would wager. Evie, my dear, you'll have to wait. Do not faint, I beg of you. It's important that you feel everything, including your other eye. Words are suddenly drowned out by a chorus of voices in your head. The entity that still dwells in the recesses of your mind rejoices in a cacophony of cries. This place, it holds great significance for the entity. In the frantic chanting of the voices, you can almost make out words that speak of an ancient grave, one that was opened, for it contained a priceless treasure, a most coveted prize that was retrieved by the faithful after a centuries-long search. Such dreadful shades, Cassia recoils and covers her mouth. The colors of this place, they are putrescent to the core. And these people, their colors are oozing with madness and despair, pain and doom. Oh, so you've managed to barge in here and interfere with the prophetess's designs without even knowing who she is? But it's too late now. You'll never attain sight. All you can do is accept your fate. I do not like it when people take the prophetess Aurora's name in vain. I desire your death, enemy of truth. The time for words has passed. Optimates, give your power to this harbinger of Aurora. Okay. Let our foes see the truth, or become awash in blood.
Grovel before the faithful.
All of you will bleed.
Okay, so Adira is actually already in a good spot. Argenta, put you here. Cassia, we'll put you here. Bella is also kind of in a pretty good spot. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think the setup's fine.
Death to the weak. Brace yourself, Avalon.
Yeah, unless I get ambushed like I did in that other fight. Oh, this is Argenta. I missed the guy directly in front of me. Are you kidding me? Nice. Wait, that was the... No, that's the boss. Okay, I was about to say, did I just kill the boss accidentally? No, not quite. All creatures decoded in front of the navigator suffer 1d. Oh, hell no. I see you back there up on the top right. What is that? Oh, it's like a turret. Is it? What the fuck are you? What is this thing? Like a... Force an ally to fully push themselves, increasing their characteristics by 15 for 1 round. Additionally, all the officer's abilities can be applied to the target of voice of command from any distance.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh, killing him just does not end the fight. Got it. Understood. Okay, so I think Terry's job is to kill these, right? Although apparently he's like, wait, is he at the end of the list or is he at the beginning of the list here? I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, he's at the end. Yeah. It was basically, it was basically a question of,
Hold on.
wait, what?
Death to non-believers.
Oh, okay, I see now.
Chaos guides me.
You dum-dum. Do I just do it again? Oh, it's a warden again.
What is this foreboding?
Oh, I somehow hit this guy. I don't remember doing that, but I'm okay with it.
One fewer target.
I did not realize that you could charge around things. All right, Terry. Wait, what? Can I not target these? Oh, fuck. Okay.
And so shall it be done.
Basically, going against Skyrocket like in Rat? I have no fucking clue. Feel like bosses in this game are made of paper? Maybe. Maybe a little bit. See, late game is in the 200s for most characters. Building to maximize HP can be like 450. Targeting a bunch of in-combat buffs, it can be higher for player characters. Late game bosses have health about 10k. Okay. Get wrecked, nerd. What?
I shall not fail.
That's what I meant to do, actually. Nice. Okay.
I'm not so sure. No can do.
Why? Like, quite literally, why not?
Was that you? Or will do.
Oh! Shit! I apparently wasn't paying attention to something. Yeah, apparently we have demons now. That's awesome. Super cool. Very, 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 very cool. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, she does that. There's a much higher chance of this happening. Yeah. All right, where am I? There I am. Okay, I did hit it. It didn't look like I hit it for a second. I was about to get very upset. I wish there was a way to do just like a 5-foot step. I guess it doesn't really matter if I hit the person on the ground, right? Dude, these things suck. KO, you remember him summon a demon, they don't give XP and disappear at the end of combat. Usually it's for stuff like knocking down everyone near you. You cause half your party to lose a turn. Oh, so I just got like one of the worst possible things? Nice. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad that I just happened to get one of the worst possible things. Thank God they disappear at the end of the fight, because I do not want to deal with these motherfuckers. Do not... Okay. What do you mean I don't hit? Oh, there's this asshole, too, up here. Like, specifically me. For real. Can I? No, because I can't even get there.
His sacrifice is life as ours is death.
Man, I'm so glad that you're able to just do that. What do you mean no suitable path to reach the target? Someone is in the way. There literally isn't, though. Like, I would go here. And then there's literally nothing.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
I'm just gonna.
It will be done.
Oh my fucking god.
I'd rather not.
Is there like a 5-foot step that I can? Is there like a 5-foot step thing that I could do? Where'd the other? Oh yeah, the other one's way the fuck back here. No. Well, she can't do shit all elsewhere, so I might as well just hope that that she dodges. And even then, I can't fucking hit it. Even then, I can't fucking hit it. This is the most fucking protected fucking laser beam that I've ever seen in my fucking life. Yo, we got the dodge. I didn't mean to fucking skip her fucking turn. The fuck is manifestation? Fuck it. Just kill me. I don't care. Just so fucking mad right now.
Indeed.
Wait, what is this? -5 to weapons. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I just realized I don't have any ranged people left to deal with this guard. So I just lose this fucking fight. No fucking way. Nope. Climb the. Is there a ladder? Oh, there is. Okay. I'm just gonna have to get past 2 of these assholes. That's fine.
I will do my duty.
The healing is much appreciated.
Okay, I might as well, right? Good.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Fucking die. Jesus Christ. I can't believe that. So that's like so is that actually one of the worst fucking rolls that I could get for hitting the warp shit? Is that actually one of the worst that I could possibly get, and I got it on a fucking boss fight? Of course. Of course. I don't believe we've been properly introduced. Blood is bubbling from the young man's lips, and his voice is barely audible, but even now it remains melodious and quite courteous. Evane Winterscale. Cronus. Greatly pleased to make your acquaintance. On the rare day that Lord Winterscale visited Urac 5, the station was awash in a mist of warm hues. We were forbidden from meeting each other, but I was delighted still to see such rare colors in my home. Now, however, his colors are darkening, twisting from pain and bitterness. We must help, Lord Captain. They say they changed the spawn table to make it weaker demons show up early, so it's 3 plague bearers rather than a bloodletter or a screamer. And that was only 2 plague bearers. That wasn't even a full 3. We'll save the clarity of his soul, for he whose presence makes the world a little brighter deserves no less. Lady Cassia, I presume, the sacred child of House Orsilio. How disgraceful it is that on the day we finally meet, I find myself not at my best. Which could cause your party to lose their turns. There's no disgrace in your predicament, Lord Winterscale. The Lord Captain and I met under similarly dreadful and tragic circumstances. What have they done? The warden, my friend, I tried to convince him to stop the riot. Diplomacy failed. Father hates diplomacy, which is why I had to try. You die at 100% certainty. Nice. Your strength. Wounded. I would have phrased it altogether differently. Tortured and maimed, perhaps. Have you ever had your eyes burned out? This was my first time. I cannot say I recommend the procedure. I like this guy. He's either trying to make light of the situation or growing delirious from the pain. Hooray! Level up time. Level up time. Why is it showing? Alright, one of the operator triggers an exploit on an enemy, gains +1 damage and +2% armor pen until the end of combat. Only applies to the first strike or projectile in a burst attack. Stacks! Wait, is this per exploit? We gain +1 damage if you hit someone with an exploit on them. But it doesn't say when you hit somebody with an exploit. It says whenever you trigger an exploit. And you can have multiple stacks of exploits. So you would be triggering like 6 exploits sometimes. So if you trigger 6 exploits, does that mean that you gain +6 damage and +12% armor pen? Stacking? It consumes all the stuff. Yeah, it does. Yes. I get that. But you are still triggering 6 exploits. In this hypothetical situation, right? You're still triggering 6 exploits. It might all be happening at once, but it is still triggering 6 separate exploits at once. You're triggering the exploit once, which has a bonus that scales on the number of stacks. I love that the definition uses the word in the definition. That's super cool. For each exploit on the target. The attack removes all exploits from the target. No talent in the game that would keep up. They could keep up with that if it gave +1 base damage per exploit. I get that. And I think that this is just worded poorly. Again, this is just like I've found at least 1 to multiple of these every fucking stream that we've done this. I think it's just worded poorly. Oh no. Yeah. 100%. I was like, if this once again, if this actually works the way that it is written, if you have a stack of 6 exploits on an enemy and you hit him with an operator, that operator gets 6 damage and 12% armor pen until the end of combat. Stacking. Like, this would be one of the most this would possibly be the single most overpowered thing in the game. If that's how it worked. Since it's not, I think that this is a bit too slow. Right? This is like insanely slow. It's a ramp thing for sure, and I do like ramp damage. But it's per combat and it's really slow. If it was like per map, maybe. Also reduces toughness and willpower by -12 for 1 round. Which means an area attack on 6 enemies with an exploit may apply 6 times. That's true if you're using an operator who has AoE attacks. So, like, it would definitely... But, like, for a sniper operator, this is not good. Oh, wait. It says to the first strike or projectile in a burst attack. Hmm. I kind of like this. Only the first shot gives this buff. Yeah. That doesn't count AoE like a shotgun blast though. Or like a chain lightning, right? Still not helpful. Right? What does the stack off of? Intelligence. Wait, is that times intelligence? It is 3 times intelligence. Ooh, okay. So that actually scales pretty quickly. Your next companion is an intelligence operative. Why are there so many operatives? We already have 2. I mean, granted, only one of them is an actual like companion. The other one is me. But what the fuck? There are more operatives than any other archetype. I mean, I guess it works out really nicely because operatives kind of scale with one another because the more operatives there are, the more exposed weakness stacks there will be. Just passively. So a cleric-like class in the first stream. Do you ever get one of those as companions? No fucking clue. No idea. I know nothing about this game except for what we've already seen. Ooh. I actually kind of like this as well. Intelligence bonus over 2. Gotcha. The first turn in combat, the operator randomly distributes the same number of exploits as when using analyze enemies among all enemies in a 10 cell radius around the operative. Part of each of the operative's subsequent turns, they distribute half as many exploits, half the base amount among all enemies in a 2 cell radius around the operative. Fuck no. Why would I want people to be that close? I am a sniper. Okay, so this is a bonus per. Wait, so this means that perception scales ballistic skill now. That's actually crazy good. Yeah, we're doing that. +7 to perception, to ballistic skill and perception and willpower while in combat. While out of combat, their intelligence, fellowship, perception, and willpower are decreased by 7. Base head skill points is throwing me out. Yeah. I'm currently getting used to it better. Can't easily tell how good something is. Yeah. Wait, doing this would actually... Yeah, that would actually put me up to 70. So boosting my perception here actually gets me up to 70, which gives me an extra bonus to ballistics. This would give me a plus 14 to ballistics, though. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, it would. This would give me a plus 14 to ballistics while in combat. I think that's fine. Because I don't really want to take the penalties out of combat. Although, wait. Let me... Yeah, that's fine. Wait, what the hell? Head trauma. Oh, shit! Okay, that's fine. So our perception is usually 45. 30. 40. Normally 40, but we got a bonus of 5. Broken ribs. Oh yeah, I should actually look at what... So we got broken ribs, so strength and toughness are down. Action points are reduced by 1. That sucks. Okay, so we got broken ribs on 3 different people. And then we have a crippled arm and crippled leg on this. So this guy's just like a quadriplegic at this point. This sucks. What the fuck? No, I don't want to be leveling you up. Leveling you up. Yeah. Give me sharpshooter. Give me... perception. Done. I'm locking it in. All right, what do we got? This could be really good. Ooh, this could also be really good. Hmm. Enemies suffer minus 10% penalty to their hit chance with ranged attacks, including area attacks against the warrior for every enemy in a 1 cell radius around the warrior. Excellent. Okay. Sorry. Don't really care. Don't really care. This could have been really good in this past fight. A guaranteed crit is also really good. I think I do I think I do ramming speed now because this allows me to get around the battlefield better and it allows me to get into position to do something like Reckless Fury later. I like ramming speed for this. Yeah. Yep. All right. You, lady, what are we doing with you? Operative attacks an enemy that isn't full wounds. That attack deals 14% more damage to that enemy. Suppose weakness costs 0. I'm gonna take this on her because I feel like this does, or the way that this is written, it should give multiple stacks if we hit people with chain lightning. So I'm gonna check. I'm gonna test this. This is what we're doing. Gain additional plus 7% armor pen. Don't really do that. Every 9 success. Don't care. You give your mages combat skills so they don't spam demons on you. This is true. I think I just need to give her a fucking gun. Maybe not. Yeah, exactly. Wait, veil degradation is the thing that killed us, right? I'm not. I kind of am, but I'm not. I kind of want to do the hat. It goes up with more magic. Yeah, and that's what killed us. Yeah, so I kind of want to grab it for. Is there another way to like reduce? Oh, I know. I'm. This is like if you use your ultimate. This is if you use your ultimate, it reduces it by 4. I was hoping to find one that's like a little bit more consistent. Sanctified Psychers have talents for lower impact. Ah, okay. So would that be Cassia then? I think this is fine. All right, soldier lady. One at the bottom of her category for it. Oh, fuck. Nope, don't care. Cover efficiency is increased by 10% for full and 20% for partial. Deals damage or critical damage is increased by 1. Deals damage to 3 different enemies. Soldier gains plus 20% more for their next attack in the current combat. Reloading cost -2. Soldier's second attack action in a turn deals 17% more damage to enemies that have not suffered damage from the soldier during this. What's the 17% scale off of? Agi? Okay. Wait, it's 5 plus 2 times Agi? Okay. Thriving in Peril is the new one they added, which gives a bunch of momentum, which he makes bad shit go off. Ah, okay. All the soldiers' area attacks gain 20% armor pen and ignore 2 deflection when used. Yes. That's actually huge for her. Stabilizing factor is the one to grab in the general psyker talents, which makes it go up less. And then we want demolition because demolition just boosts her shit. So wait. Stabilizing factor. There it is. First psychic power used each turn increases veil degradation by 2 points less. If this talent reduces the effect on veil to less than 0, veil degradation is instead decreased by 1. Okay, so it can't go below 0. Gotcha. Oh, I already have this. Oh, okay. I already have this. I'm kind of curious what the veil degradation was like there. Whenever the officer uses an ability on an ally, that ally gains a bonus to their perception and ballistic skill equal to 4. These bonuses stack, but half of the stacks rounded up are lost at the end of the target's turn. Okay. Wait, whenever an ally is affected by an officer's ability or talent that grants temporary wounds, that ally's armor is increased by 10% for 1 round. Does not stack. I have another question. So, say you have 20% armor. Does this boost it to 30%? Or does this boost it to 22%? Go to 30, which is 30% reduced damage before flying. Okay. Okay. Since armor is stated as a percent value. Yeah. You know what I think would actually infinitely improve the game's descriptions? If they just removed the plus or minus before the modifiers. If they just remove this, because 90% of the time it's redundant. I would actually say more than 90% of the time it's redundant. Because it will say, because it pretty much every single time, it will say that ally's blank is increased by plus 10%. Or that ally's blank is reduced by minus 10%. Right? So the plus or minus in front of this is almost always redundant. And in the case of the negative, actually makes it so that if you read it literally, it means the exact opposite of what it's meaning to say. What's heroism? Heroic acts is used in combat. Officer's next attack will cause 0 AP. What is stand witness? Next officer archetype ability that does not grant an extra turn will also affect the officer. Oh, okay. Also add applied examples of those feats that reduced damage by percents. Yeah. Having examples having specific examples to show people what exactly each of these does would actually be quite nice. Officer makes an attack. They gain +5 fellowship until the end of combat. Wait. Okay. +10 will, +10 fellowship, but they have less than 50% of their maximum wounds remaining. They also get additional. No. Each character can use 1 per combat when the meter fills up, even if they have multiple types. There are, I think, 2 that let you use both of the ones you have from first and second. Gotcha. I might actually take this. I'm like hyper paranoid about veil degradation right now. Oh yeah, that is a thing, isn't it? Oh, is it stable routes? What are you? You're not really a commerce person. I mean, kind of like 35 is the same as my guy, right? Yeah, my guy's also got a 35. So I think we just do persuasion on her, right? All right, crazy lady. What are we doing with you? Athletics. She does have the highest coercion out of anybody in the party. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm okay with her being my coercion person. Anytime an ability or talent uses the fellowship bonus, a void board character can instead use the intelligence bonus if it is higher. Oh, wait, no. That's not what I wanted. You get a +5. Uh, 20% chance to survive after suffering lethal damage, surviving with 1 wound. Yeah, so this is what y'all were talking about, right? This is one of the things that you guys were talking about. I'm gonna take this though. Lets us be more coercive. Yeah. All right. There we go. The mutilated man does not stir, bound in his shackles, a plaque near his head rests, mostly holy prophet, blah, 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 blah. Fair enough. Oh. Your eyes drawn to the shards of the enormous lid scattered around the broken device. At first, you are uncertain as to what troubles you, but suddenly the realization hits you. The glass shimmers in a unique way, just the same way as the shards of the unknown broken object you found near Theodora von Valancius' desk. What? What's the matter, Lord Captain? Why are you so interested in? By the Imperium Saints, it cannot be! Whatever that thing in her study was, it was made of the same material as this junk. Mistake. Slander meant to blemish the good name of a person who is not dead and cannot even defend herself. First, those minions of the archenemy murdered the Lord Captain Theodora, and now this cannot be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. Come on now, Abelard. Remember what she was like? Brazen, assertive. It was like her entire life was a race against fate until fate caught up with her. She would have gone headfirst into a black hole if she had thought it would put her even one step ahead of everyone else out in the expanse. If we could just find out what she was keeping in her desk and why she went to get it during the attack. Born from bad blood, but do not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. Bring with a genuine, sincere hope that you be blessed with a worthier fate. She does not appear to be shocked by the news of Theodora's possible heresy. Life must be so easy for you sanctimonious preachers. The dubious trinket, you no longer see a person, you see bad blood, an annoying hindrance. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of abetting the archenemy. First who has tainted themselves thus can never justify their actions. Sure, why go through all the trouble of trying to make sense of anything when you can just label them a heretic and call it a day? Except, dear friend, I seem to remember that you didn't mind Theodora so much while you were aboard the ship. You didn't leave her side for even a moment. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation sullying her memory. You weren't surprised or upset, you just gave up on her and moved on. Yeah. Don't be naive. Theodora came to an unsanctioned witch by her side like a pet. Do you really wish she would think twice about crossing the line in other ways? Ma'am, you need to calm yourself. Oh, the other two examines were the same thing. Gotcha. Oh. Oh, duh. Yeah, wait. Did I get, like, up here? No, right? No. Did I get anything worthwhile? Oof. This would be just a better version of what. It just reminds me a little of Valerie from Kingmaker. Something about how she has written so far. I could definitely see that. I see that for sure. 25%, 30. 25-15. What about what you got? 25-20. No. I think we can give it to Adira. Oh, wait. He has a consign ability. The ability is also available in its Heroic Act, Desperate Measures versions. Oh, interesting. Man. I literally just said that we need to keep a gun on our casters. I might give her a fucking longer range gun though. I think like basically any of my casters I want to have. Can you bonk enemies with them? Yeah, you can swing them at people. Like you still have a strike. It's just I don't want to get these people in melee, right? So I want to have a decent ranged weapon at least. Huh. Oh, it's literally just better. Or it's literally just worse, huh? Put a sword in a second set and switch to it before ending turn. Gives them bonus parry in case they get attacked. That's not a bad idea. But I like legitimately think that honestly probably better for my character than for these two. Yeah, I don't really like the plus 2% parry. Might as well. No, I think we're actually kind of done here. was about to say, are we moving or what's going on here? Rebellion is crushed. I have news of your lord. He is alive but badly wounded. Help my people get into my ship. Hooray, we did it. We return to the wood ship. Okay. I am a little bit... Considering this is like the primary thing... Oh, permission to report, Lord Captain. Over the past few days, I received several messages from different decks complaining about anomalous behaviors in the ship's cogitators and servitors. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious, and no tech litany of ritual pacification can rid them of this obstinacy. The tech priests can deal with the vessel's systems, but the servitors, they make errors in their tasks, disobey orders, change the assigned rituals, or sometimes downright freeze as if in a trance. Lord Captain, occurrences such as these are caused by errors in cogitator calculations, or have some other sensible explanation. I beseech you not to take after those who whisper about the ship being cursed or possessed. Oh, don't start, old man. All those peculiar happenings have long since turned into local legends. The door slams shut, a lumen starts flickering. Folk have grown used to all that. So our resident ghost has decided up to ante. I'm telling you, things are only going to get worse from here. Shut up. The technomats inspected the servitors and concluded that they pose no danger. According to the servants of the Omnissiah, such behavior is caused either by the echoes of minds not completely eliminated or by manifestations of the machine spirit. Well, nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the cruise task considerably more difficult, and Highest Factotum Generous Danrock would like to discuss how he should deal with the defective property. He is awaiting your audience on the bridge. All right. We will deal with that next time. I am, if you may have noticed, a little bit on the tired side today. So we're going to call it a little bit early. I think this is a good spot to call it anyway, because we just finished one of the areas, and we have one left to explore, which we will be doing next Friday. Yeah. So next week, Tuesday, we'll be doing the Nidorina solo run in Pokemon Red. Me tired? Never. Yeah. Me tired literally all the time, forever and always, without fail. Yeah, Nidorina solo run on Tuesday. Wednesday, we start my playthrough of the entirety of the Devil May Cry franchise, Devil May Cry 1 through 5. We'll be starting that on Wednesday. And Rogue Trader will be moving to Friday and Saturday. So we'll be playing this 2 days a week from now on. Because the Loader Rotor playthrough is done. Done and dealt with. So yeah. I'm going to head out. I'm going to take a nap before going to work. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and watching. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you have a good evening. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. And thanks for watching. If you would like to help support the channel, you can do so by following, subscribing, joining the Discord, or maybe even checking out the Patreon or Throne links down below.